What's up, y'all? It's Real Sabroso here, back at it again with episode 6 of the Face Off. I'm here with my boy
Eddie.
And today at episode 6 we're going to talk about weight, making weight, just plain weight in boxing. You know, we're going to give you guys tips and tricks and tell you guys a little bit, you know, about how we do it, making weight for fights. Eddie, I'm going to ask you first, man. What are some tips or, you know, just some tricks I used to do coming up as an amateur?
Alright, man. So, me, when I first got into boxing as a kid, I never got into it to compete. I just got into it to lose weight. Since we're talking about losing weight, that's what I'm going to do. I'm going to talk about how I lost the weight. As a kid, I was about 100 and maybe 30 pounds as a 10-year-old kid. And then I got down to 90 pounds maybe 3 years later as a 12-year-old. And I mean the way I would do it was protein shake in the morning. Usually my dad will make me a protein shake in the morning right before school. And then usually at school I would either dry out, like not eat nothing all school, or I'll get like, sometimes I'll have like a yogurt or maybe like a boiled egg, you know? And then I wouldn't eat another big meal till I got home right before practice. And that helped me a lot, just staying disciplined, you know. I was able to lose that weight. I got down. I won the state title when I was about 12 years old. And ever since then, man, I've just been disciplined.
The rest is history?
The rest is history. But, I mean, as a fighter, I don't know. I mean, I don't know how you are, but at least me, it was probably bad. I've always lost weight, but then I get it right back right after weigh-ins, you know, or right after the fight's done, you know. So then I have to do it again. It's kind of hard to maintain the weight that you fight at, you know.
Yeah, well, I feel that. I feel like no one really ever maintained, like no fighter at least. I don't think we ever maintain weight after fights. Everyone always blows up after fights, you know. Especially, you know, well, at least for me, I used to blow up even more after a win, you know. Because that's when I would, like, feel the proudest, you know. So I'll just be, like, going on an eating spree. Sometimes when I lost, I would get depressed. So I would probably not gain as much. I wouldn't eat as much. So, but yeah. Do you have any stories on making weight coming up?
Oh, man. Shit. I have a few. I'm pretty sure you know this one because you were here with me at the gym. We're at the gym. It was for a Golden Glove state title. I was supposed to be 108 pounds. I was little back then, right? So I used to fight at basically the smallest weight class. But we were here at the gym, and I was hitting the bag hard, like trying to lose the last. I think I only had like a pound and a half to go. But I just totally gave up. I even told you, I was like, I can't do this anymore. Like, I'm literally about to just faint. And I remember you told me, like, bro, just tap the bag. You're right here hitting it hard. Bro, I'm like, I'm not sweating.
I remember that.
Even if I tapped the bag, I couldn't sweat. I had nothing to sweat, you know? And I had a sinus too. I had sweaters. My body just didn't want to. It was holding all the water, you know? It just didn't want to lose it. I already had lost probably like 20 pounds. So it's like, no, you're not. I just couldn't lose it. And you were telling me you could do it, but I was literally like, I was one punch away from fainting. I was like, nah, I cannot do it.
I remember that. And I just remember you started off super strong on that bag, and I was just like, I had a feeling like something was gonna happen. I was just like, this dude either is gonna tear something, like on his body, like tear a muscle or something, or cramp up or something, you know? Because I was like you see me, I would just be like pity patting on the bag with a hoodie and a sauna suit. We both had literally full sauna suits on, right? Hitting the bags. But I was more like, you know, calm. I was just trying to lose the weight. You know, I just wanted to sweat. And you were over here trying to be like, I'm still training for Golden Gloves. Whoo, like swinging for your life. I was like, bro,
it's because another thing is you got to know your body, right? My body, I can't sweat if I'm like just pity patting, you know? Yeah. It takes me a lot longer.
Are you sure though? Because, dude, in a hot room, you
could
just sit there.
Sweat, right?
You could just sit there and you'll start sweating.
Yeah. But I take a lot longer though, you know? Like a lot longer.
And you only had a little bit. I think I remember because I think we only had a little time left. 'Cause we're already
Yeah.
getting ready to leave to the weigh-in.
To the weigh-in. And that's
yeah,
when I was like,
that's
I'm
what
not
it
gonna
was.
make it. I was like, I'm just gonna have to go up. And do you remember the reason why I didn't want to go up?
Yep, I remember.
Yeah, I just
Ducking sauce.
I was ducking. And dodging. There's a kid here that was a 3-time national champion. I was like, I don't know if I want to see him right away, and
Yeah.
in the beginning of the tournament. And I moved up and I saw him beginning of the tournament, the first day.
And another thing that you're not saying is he was your sparring partner.
It was awesome, my sparring partner. Yeah.
And you guys had some good
That's
wars
a good
in
word.
the gym.
Yeah.
So.
But yeah, I mean, it's all like that was one of the hardest ones that I literally gave up. I think that was the only time I gave up.
Trying to make weight.
Trying to make weight, Usually, I won't give up.
I mean, you tried your hardest.
I tried
because I remember even when we got to the Golden Gloves, you still went on a run. Remember?
Yeah.
You still went on a run, and I was like, dang. I was like, I gave it to you, because I was like, I gave it to him. He's trying. You literally were like 8 ounces off, huh?
Yeah.
And you were like, I'm done. I can't do it no more.
I remember.
I feel like, dude. I feel like if you would have not tried to make 108, and you wouldn't have done that to your body, killed your body like that, and you would have just went in at that tournament, at that weight, and you wouldn't have put your body through that, you would have gave boy trouble. We all know who you're talking about.
Yeah.
We both know who we're talking about.
I'm pretty sure.
Nationally ranked number 1, and I know why you were ducking him, but I think because we all seen what you did at the gym, and I feel like if you would have just went in there healthy, you would give boy trouble.
Yeah. I was like, man, that's gonna be a hard fight, especially right away, your first fight here in the state. I was like, if I make this 108, I'm basically guaranteed going to the nationals, So I wanted that for sure, but couldn't make it. Moved up. That's all she wrote. But what about you, man? You got any stories about you cutting weight?
Stories? Yeah,
Give me one.
I just remember one time, I was running, trying to make weight, and I started cramping up. I was in mile 6, and it was in the middle of a tournament. I had won, and those are the worst because you just fought. You just fought, and then now you got to go run again because you got to make weight the next day, right?
Yeah.
And my body had already been through 2 fights. I had won 2 fights in a row, and I was going to the quarterfinals or the semifinals. I don't remember. It was a long tournament, and then my body just started cramping up, my leg, my calf or something was cramping up, and I just remember sitting there. I stopped, obviously. I was walking for a little bit, and I remember I just sitting there. I wanted to cry, because it's painful, it sucks, right? Because you're like, dude, I don't want to do this anymore, Sometimes I remember fighters even used to lose on purpose, because they
don't want to make weight anymore.
They don't want to make weight no more. You know what? I remember you were there. Some kid one time he asked the coach, if you lose, are you done, or do you gotta keep going?
If you lose, you're done.
Yeah, if you lose, you're done, right? He wanted to make sure that you're done if you lose. So he's like, I bet I'm about to lose it. And so he lost.
Yeah. Before we continue the story, that happened to me too. One time, I gained so much weight before, after a fight. I think I was still 7 pounds over the weight, and I had won that night. And then my coach even told me. He's like, did you think you were going to lose or what? Why are you so heavy? I was
you did think you were going to lose?
I didn't think I was going to lose, but I was like, I had to hydrate good for this dude.
Right. Because you know it was going to be a tough fight.
Yeah, I knew it was going to be a tough fight. I was like, fuck it. If I had to run.
Yeah. That's how I used to do it too, though. Pretty much all my fights at the Nationals, because I was like, I don't even care, if I have to lose the weight after, as long as I feel strong in the fight. I cared more about the fight. But that's why I was always so heavy after my fights, and I had to go run all those miles and stuff. So, yeah, that was pretty much the end of the story. After that, I just called my coach to come pick me up because I was like, I can't run back, know. But, obviously I ended up losing the weight, cause I was already, I'm telling you, I was already like almost done with the
run.
With the run, you know. So I was already close to making weight. After that, I just dried out the rest of the night. For those of you guys that don't know, drying out is basically a fast. So you don't eat anything, and especially like fighters know this. After you win, and if you don't eat, you're gonna lose double the weight. After your fight, and then you go work out, you're gonna lose double and triple the weight. So I remember losing probably like 7-8 pounds in one night after my fight. You know.
Yeah, I mean,
you dry out.
I had dudes in my team that wouldn't even put on lotion because they were drying out, and they say if you put on lotion, your body's gonna absorb the lotion, you're gonna gain weight.
Yeah,
that is crazy. You know,
some guys don't shower.
They don't shower.
Some guys don't shower because if you shower, you're afraid that you're gonna absorb it. Yeah. And I remember one of my coaches saying, "We're not sponges. You're not gonna absorb the water. Like, take a shower, you stinky motherfucker."
It's true though, man. I'm like,
because motherfuckers be stinky.
Yeah. And especially,
that's the thing I used to hate about the amateurs, bro. Rooming with a bunch of stinky ass motherfuckers, bro, that didn't want to shower. And I'd be like, bro, get your in the shower, bro.
Yeah.
You know, but hey, those are good times.
Yeah,
still.
Those are good times.
You know, but I'm glad I don't gotta go through that no more. You know.
So man, so like, since you competed in both levels, professionally and amateurly, what's the difference between like cutting weight in the amateurs and cutting weight in the pros?
That's a good one. So in the pros, obviously you only have to fight one day. I mean, you only have to weigh in one day, and then that's it. So you can blow up. Like you're in the amateurs, you're afraid to blow up 15, 20 pounds because you have to weigh in the next day. So you'll probably gain like 7, 8, 10 pounds max. In the pros, you can gain as much as you want. So the cutting weight is a little bit different because you can lose it all at the end, most of it. Like the last week, you can lose up to 5-10 pounds, and you'll feel good. You'll feel good because you don't have to weigh in again. You don't have to put your body through like all that. And in the amateurs, I feel like in the amateurs, since you know you're gonna have to weigh in again, you try to keep your weight a little bit more balanced. But as far as losing weight is the same. Losing weight is all the same. But I would say maybe just that you don't have to keep weighing in. That's probably the only difference.
So, what would you say is like the best trick to cutting the weight? Would it be like fasting? Would it be wearing sauna suits, Albolene? Like, what's the best trick that you've done that's helped you? It could be like short term or long term. Both. Yeah.
Well, what has helped me out in the pros that I didn't used to do in the amateurs, I probably should have done it, is just setting up goals, writing them down. I want to be this much by this week, this much by this week, this much by... Just dividing the weight you have to lose into the weeks that you have left. So if I have 5 weeks, if I have to train for 5-6 weeks, I check my weight. And if I have to lose 15 pounds, I divide those 15 pounds into those 6 weeks. So I have to lose 2.5 this week, 2.5 this week, 3 this week, 4 this week, and then probably save like 5 for like the last week. 5 maybe. Everyone's different, right? My body, I like to lose max 5 the last week, because then if I lose more than 5 the last week, I'll feel weak. But if I lose 5, I know that I can lose those 5 and feel good. And then going back to your question about the difference, one of the difference that I learned making weight in the pros is that the water trick. Obviously, like, everybody knows the water trick now, but back in the days, nobody knew it. Like, when we grew up as amateurs, we didn't know it. Like, towards the end, we started finding out about it, but I was too scared to try it out back then. But it wasn't until I turned pro that I started trying that out. And for anybody that doesn't know, you just drink a boatload of water. Like, you're literally drowning your body in water the first day. Drowning your body in water. You're going to be peeing the rest of the week, even just with that first day. But you keep doing it up until the very last day. You don't drink any water, obviously, because that's the day that you're gonna be peeing and working out, sauna suits, taking it all out. But throughout the week, you'll be just pissing it out, and you lower your salt intake, because salt, obviously everybody knows it holds water. So you lower your salt intake, drink a lot of water, eat your proteins, like your fish, your chicken, and then you just start sweating it out.
So yeah, like I read about that. I never tried it just cause you said you were scared in the beginning. I was scared to try it too, but I did read about it, and I did use the salt thing. That's how me lose weight was cutting out salt. You know, I didn't really
last week, right?
Yeah, I didn't really cut off eating like super healthy. You know, like I would still eat like here and then, like have like a burger from like Good Time and shit like that, right? But I'll do that like maybe like once a month, once a week, you know. But it was rare. But what helped me a lot was to lose the weight was having like a steady, like a plan. How you said you had a plan? I had a steady plan, but mine wasn't by weight. You know, I wasn't trying to meet this way by the end of the week. I was more like this is what I'm gonna eat for breakfast, lunch, and dinner. You know. And that's how I would lose it.
And you just go day by day.
Day by day, you know? And like every meal that I would eat would be like healthy meals. Every now and then I'll have like a cheat meal, but it'll be healthy. Like, and it'll be low sodium. And that's how I got to getting closer to my weight for fight night. I'll only be maybe like you said, like 5 pounds. Anywhere from 5 to like, yeah. I'll be anywhere from like 3 to 5 pounds at the heaviest. But what's the most you've ever been on fight night? I mean, on the weigh-in day. What's the heaviest you've ever been? What's the most you had to lose?
Oh, that day?
In one day.
Probably in the pros, 5 pounds.
5 pounds?
That day. I had to lose them that day.
Sauna suit?
Yeah. And that's actually kind of common, though. I mean, maybe a little heavier. Maybe I want to say like 7 pounds. Because usually, honestly, a lot of guys don't. But I'll have breakfast on. I'll have breakfast on my weigh-in day.
Yeah.
And then I'll go lose it. Because I like to feel good every day of the fight. I don't like putting myself through my body to feel weak at any point. So the only time my body's gonna feel weak is 1 hour or 2 hours before weigh-in, and those are the waiting times. That's it. I only want to put my body through 2 hours of weakness. So I'll have breakfast, bro. I'll wake up in the morning and I'll be like 3 pounds or 2.5 pounds over. And then I'll be like, all right, I can have some breakfast. So then I'll have breakfast, and then after that, I go run or work out, do mitts, stuff like that. I always do mitts. Since the pros, I always do mitts the day of the weigh-in because I want to be sharp the next day. Because the next day's a fight, so I'm doing mitts. So I already know that I'm going to do mitts, so I go have breakfast, you know? What about you? What's the heaviest you've ever been?
So in like fight night or like weigh-in day, I can't really remember. But
because the amateurs is different because you guys weigh in the morning.
In the morning, yeah. But like that's why I said I can't really remember. I remember like a week before weigh-ins. One time I was supposed to be at 114 pounds, and like in me and my mind, I was like, yeah, I'm going up to the next weight class. It was 119 pounds, and I was walking around like 125, right? 125, 126, 127, around there. And Monday, I come in Monday. You know, our coach used to weigh us in every day. Used to line you up, and like he see me weigh like 127, and he's like, whoa. He's like, you know, you got like 12 pounds to lose now. I was like, nah, I'm going up to 119. He's like, no, you're not. He literally told me I'm not. He's like, I was like, yeah, I got 12 pounds. There's no way I could lose that. He's like, yeah, you got a week.
Oh, that's that same
yeah, one. You know, and I was like, dang, I had to do it though, and I did it. I lost those 12 pounds, but you know, like back then, I actually didn't know how to lose weight, so I actually did it like the bad way, by like starvation, you know, really not eating, and that's how I did it back then. Like I wasn't eating like
Basically.
I would literally eat like one Skittle a day at school. I eat one Skittle, and that's it. And then I get home, eat like one boiled egg. That's it.
Why the one Skittle though?
Because I love Skittles, man.
You couldn't let go of the Skittle?
I couldn't let go of the Skittles.
You couldn't have switched it to like one peanut or something, bro?
Nah.
You just had to do the Skittle.
I love the Skittle, man. And it wasn't like one freaking Skittle. It was like one bag of Skittles, you know?
Whoa.
And that bag has...
no wonder you couldn't lose the weight.
But it only has 200 calories, so I'm like, it wasn't like I was like...
Oh, you were going by like what it weighs, huh?
Yeah, I was going by what it weighs.
Yeah, you know people don't know that sometimes. Boxers do that.
Yeah.
We'll rather eat something that's light
instead of something heavy.
Something heavy, Yeah. That's what I'm saying, though. Back then, nobody really knew about the water thing. Everyone was be scared to drink water because like, well, I'm about to gain like... See, this is 1 pint, you know? So, like 16 ounces. So if I drink this whole thing, I'll gain 16 ounces. That's how we used to look at it, right? And you'd be like, hell no, I'm not drinking 16 ounces of water. I'll gain all that weight. But
I mean,
times change. You know?
Do you remember even at the Nationals we went one time, there was a guy that he was cutting weight and he couldn't eat. So the dude would smell an apple to trick his mind. And he would say, oh, like if you smell it, or like put it right by your face and smell it, like your mind thinks like you're eating it and you'll get full. He said you'll get full. Like you'll think you're eating the apple. And I smelled it, I was like, I don't bit it. I was like, I can't do that, man. You know? I don't know how he did that.
That dude was crazy.
Yeah.
But I remember that he was like, I just smell the apple, and then it tricks my mind to think that I ate.
Yeah.
You know? And then I just remember guys would be strong sometimes, you know? I remember we'd all go out to eat, and we'd all kind of... That was when we started being a bit more dedicated about our weight.
Yeah.
And we'd all kind of be close to weight, right? So we'd be like 2 pounds over, whatever. We'll have a burger, you know? Because we'll still have like 2 days to weigh in. When we get to tournaments, we'll still have like 2 days to weigh in. We'll be like, let's have a burger, you know? Let's feel good. And then we'll be surrounded by other guys who would be struggling to make weight, right? Them dudes would be like 5-6 pounds over, and they'll be like, they'll sit there and get a salad and take like one bite of the leaf, and they'll be like, bro, I can't believe it, I'm full. You know? I'll be like, motherfucker, stop. But they use that to trick their mind, you know, and it will work. Because literally that's all they would eat, one leaf of the salad.
Yeah.
And then they'll be like, oh, you know what, dude, it's weird. Like, I'm full already. I don't know how. And I'd be like, I'll look at him, and to help him out, I'd be like, damn, bro, that's cool. That's pretty cool. You know, like,
you ain't a lot, bro.
Damn,
you
bro,
slow down.
I'm proud of you, you know? While I'm over here munching on my big-ass burger with some fries and shit. But that was when I started getting a little bit better about making weight. Yeah. And then I used to go to tournaments already pretty much at weight, so...
I mean, yeah, it does help, like, especially like on your performance when you go like, close to your weight, helps a lot.
That's why I advise some of you guys out there, if you're really, really struggling to make weight, just move up to the next weight class, you know?
Yeah.
Sometimes it's just time, you know? Stop ducking.
Yeah. Stop ducking.
You're not going to get hurt. You'll actually perform a lot better. You'll feel better. Just as long as you're not giving up like a whole bunch of weight, right? Yeah. As long as you're not giving up, like, you're not jumping up 2 weight classes or something. You know? 1 weight class shouldn't be a big difference, you know? Sometimes it's just time. Your body's growing, especially in the amateurs. Your body's growing. Sometimes it's just time to let go and just go on to that new weight. That's what I did. That's what he did, you know, and like we were talking about, you know, we used to go into tournaments already pretty much at weight, and we used to perform a lot better. And we'd always get to the medal rounds. We'd always get to, you know, we'd always place in the top of those national tournaments. Sometimes win the nationals. So
yeah.
There you go. Well,
I mean, yeah, man, cutting weight. I mean, I got a lot more stories, man. But for today, man, I think we're gonna wrap it up. If you guys want a part 2 to hear more stories, let me know. I know I got more. I know he got more. You know.
Oh man, we can go on and on. we literally can go on and on about this. You know, like we both have a lot of experience in boxing. We've had I had over 150 fights. He had like over 100 fights. And even I'm still fighting as a pro, so like, you know, we still have a lot. So if you guys, anything you guys want to ask us, you guys could just comment, and then we can drop a part 2 if you guys need it, you know. we're always welcome to. We're always open to share. Stories about to help you guys. Stories about what we've been through to help you guys in training. Stories about training, tips, tricks, all that stuff. So make sure you like and subscribe to this YouTube channel and follow us both on our TikTok and all of our social media platforms, guys. Thank you guys for watching.
Like and subscribe.
Catch you guys on episode 6. You already know.